A very good morning to all of you. Today we will continue the reading of chapter number 3, Word Processor Tabular Presentation, from page number 25, and today's topic is converting text to a table. You can also convert an existing text to a table using the following steps. First step is enter the text as shown in the figure. You need to enter this text, serial number, items and quantity. Select the text. After entering the text, you need to select that and then click on Insert tab, Table button and select the Convert Text to Table option from the drop down menu. This is click on Insert tab and Tables button and select the Convert Text to Table option from this drop down menu, and the Convert Text to Table dialog box will appear. Then define the column and rows under the number of columns and number of rows respectively, and then you need to define the number of column and rows that fit your text that you need to convert to a table. For example, here 3 columns has to be created in a table and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Click OK after specifying the number of columns and rows, and then you need to click on OK. The selected text will appear in a table form as shown in the figure 3.5. The text that has been selected has been appeared in a table form in which 3 columns are created and 6 rows are specified. Next is note. The Convert Text to Table option gets highlighted in the table drop down menu only when the text is selected. So this option in the table drop down menu, it will only get highlight when you select the text that you need to convert to a table. If you didn't select the text, this option will not be highlighted. That means you cannot use this option until you select the text that you want to convert into a table. Next is entering data. Now you had learned the ways using which you can create tables, and now we will learn how to enter data in that table. Place the insertion point in a table cell where you want to type data. First of all, you need to place the insertion point in a table cell where you want to type the data. To move to the next adjoining cell, either press tab key or the right arrow key. First of all, here you need to place your insertion point because you need to specify the column name of this first column. You will write here name, and then to move to the next adjoining cells, you need to press either tab key. You can press the tab key from the keyboard and your insertion point will shift to next cell, or you can press the right arrow key and you will move to the right cell, next adjoining cells. To move to the next adjoining cells, you can either press the tab key or the right arrow key. And to move to the previous cells, you can either press shift plus tab key or the left arrow key. To move to the English cell, you need to press the tab key or right arrow key. And to move back to the name cell, you need to press shift plus tab key or left arrow key. Up and down arrow will shift the cursor to the cell above or below the current cell. If your current cell is 65, current cell is that cell which contain the pointer. If your current cell is 65, to move to the up, you can use to move to the above of this cell, you can use the up arrow, and to move below, you can use the down arrow key. Selecting a cell, row, column, table using mouse. So you can use the mouse as well as to select a cell, row and a column and even a table. Firstly, to select a cell, triple click in a cell. To select any cell, you need to triple click in that cell. A row, move the mouse to the left of the row margin and then click the left mouse button. If you want to select the row, then you need to move the mouse pointer to the left of the row margin and then click the left mouse button, or that row will be selected. To select a column, place the mouse pointer over the top of the column and click the left mouse button. To select the column, you need to place the mouse pointer over the top of the column, and to select the row, you need to move the mouse pointer to the left of the row margin. To the left of the row margin to select the row, and to select the column, you need to move the mouse pointer over the top of the column and then click the left mouse button. In both options, you need to click the left mouse button. Only difference is that in row you need to move the pointer to the left of the row margin, and in the column you need to point it over the top of the column. The entire table, you can double click on the table move handle. You can double click on the table move handle. This is the table move handle, and then your entire table will be selected. This triple click in a cell and that cell will be selected. And to select a row, take the row pointer to the left of the row margin and then click left mouse button. It will be selected. To select the column, move to the top of the column and click the left mouse button. Your column will be selected. You can also select the different parts of a table by using select button in the table tools on the layout tab. We had already discussed when your table is created, design and layout tab appears on the ribbon. So from that layout tab, you can choose the select button in the table tools on the layout tab, and you can select the different parts of table as well using the select button. Selecting the text inside a single cell. So how can you select a text inside a single cell? Firstly, a word. If you want to select a word, then double click on the word. To select a word, double click on the word. To select a sentence, hold down the control key and click anywhere in the sentence. Firstly, hold down the control key and the sentence you want to select, click anywhere in between the sentence and that sentence will be selected. A block of text. Drag the mouse over the text. If you want to select a block of text that contain more than one sentence, you can simply drag the mouse over the text and that block of text will be selected. A paragraph, triple click on the paragraph. If you want to select a paragraph, triple click on that paragraph will be selected. To select a word, double click on that word and your word will be selected inside a single cell. So these are the ways using which you can select a cell, row, column, table and even select a text inside a single cell. And you can also select different parts of a table using the select button that is present in the layout tab that appears on top of the ribbon when you create a table. Next is editing a table. After entering data in a table, you can make changes in the data as needed. So after you enter the data using the steps that we had discussed, and there are some time when you need to make some changes in that data. You can insert rows, columns or cells in the table to accommodate new content. Sometimes some information has been not entered in a table. So you can create a new table, row and column to accommodate that new content. Similarly, you can delete unwanted rows, columns or cells from a table. So you can also delete the content that you didn't want to accommodate in that particular table. You can delete the content and you can even accommodate new content in a table after creating a data in a table. First of all, inserting columns, rows in a table. How to insert a column and a row in a table. While creating and making entry in a table, you might need to add columns and rows in between. So while creating and making entry, when you create and make entry in a table, you might need to add column and a rows which you had already missed and you want that to be there in the table. So Word provides the facility to add new columns to the right or left of any existing column and insert rows above or below the selected row. So you can add new column to the right or left of any existing column. If there is one column, you can add new column to the right or left of that column and you can insert the row above and below of the selected row. Firstly, to add a new column, select the column by clicking on its top border adjacent to which you want to insert a new column. The Table Tools tab appears on the ribbon. This is the Table Tools tab appear on the ribbon, and you need to select the table on the document to insert new row to left or right on that column. Here name column is selected by clicking on its top border, and then click on the layout tab and then choose insert left or insert right. Insert left or insert right button in the rows and column group, and empty column gets inserted in a table as per the chosen option. Here it is chosen insert right, so the empty column has been inserted right of the name column because we had selected the name column and we want to insert a cell adjacent to that column. Sorry, we need to insert a column adjacent to that name column, and you can even choose to insert a column to left or right of the selected column. Here we choose an insert right, and a column will be inserted right to the name box, name column. Similarly, select a row and then click either on insert above or insert below button in the rows and column group on the layout tab to insert a new row. Select a row, for example Shubham, and then choose insert below or insert above option, and then you can insert a new row in this table to accommodate the new content. Note, select as many columns or rows as you want to add in a table and then right click on the selection. For example, if you want to insert 3 rows and you need to select the 3 rows, and then right click on that selection and click on the insert tab and choose the option from the cascading menu. You want to insert the row above or below, and your rows will be inserted. If you want to insert 3 columns, you need to select the 3 columns and then right click on that selection and click on insert tab and choose the desired option, insert left or insert right accordingly. Deleting rows and columns. Select the row or column. First of all, you need to select the row or column which you want to delete. Click on the layout tab under the table tools menu. From the table tools menu, you need to click on the layout tab because you are changing the layout of your table. It already had 4 columns and you are deleting 1 column. So layout will be changed from 4 to 3 columns. Select the delete button in the rows and column group and a list of options will appear. Here we want to delete, so you need to select the delete button from the rows and column option. List of options will appear. You need to choose delete rows or delete column. 2 options are there, delete rows or delete columns. If you chose delete rows and then right click on the selected row, delete rows and then the selected rows will be deleted. If you click on delete columns, then selected columns will be deleted. Second way is, first of all, right click on the selected row column that you want to delete. First of all, select the column and then right click on that selected row and column and then select the delete row or delete column option from the shortcut menu. If you had selected the column, and then you need to click on delete column option. If you are deleting rows, then you need to click on delete rows option from the shortcut menu. So 2 ways are there. You can use the way that fits to your requirements or your convenience. Next is quick view. Press Shift plus Del key combination to delete the selected row and columns from the table. Or you can simply first of all select the row or a column that you want to delete from the table and then press the Shift plus Del key to delete that rows from or that columns from the table. To select an entire table, click anywhere inside the table. If you want to select entire table, you can click anywhere inside the table and then press Alt plus 5 key on the numeric keypad. First of all, click anywhere inside the table and then press Alt plus 5 key from the numeric keypad with numlock off. Clear? So to delete selected rows and column, you can even use the keyboard combination Shift plus Del key, and to select an entire table, you can click anywhere inside the table and press the Alt plus 5 key combination as well. Thank you.